No, this is one we're going to go with today. I think, as I said yesterday, it's going to be a chore to kind of get through the lineup every day and figure out how to best utilize our strengths. So, Gaddis will be in left, and then Singleton will DH, and Carter will play first for the game today. Very well could change tomorrow. It's a day-to-day situation for me. It always is. So. This is the one we think is best against Tanaka.
Did you want to get all three of them in the lineup today?
I put them all in the lineup, yeah. So I felt like it's the best lineup that we can go with for today's game, which is what I owe this team, is to try to put the best lineup in there. Obviously Gaddis has been working hard all year, behind the scenes, doing a lot of left field stuff. He played one game in left field in San Diego. So he's equipped to handle it out there, and obviously we want to keep his bat in there. He's been productive, a couple hits last night, so we'll go with it.
I know you've seen Singleton's stats in AAA, but are you eager to see what he can do here?
Yeah, I want to see the adjustments he's going to make at this level. I met with him this morning. He doesn't have to carry us. He doesn't have to try to do too much or overextend himself. We've got a good lineup. He can provide some left-handed power and some at-bat quality. I know he's handled right-handed pitching very well all year, against some of the rehab guys, even the major league guys that have gone down there. So he's ready to go, and I'm looking forward to him getting a little bit more settled here the second time around. When you get back to the big leagues, he's got some experience to draw from last year. He's worked his way back from the beginning of the season in the minor leagues. So we'll see how he can contribute. I was happy to see him. He wasn't facing live hitters. It was just sort of a stand-in righty and lefty with Marisnik. Tucker saw a few pitches, but it was nice to see him on the mound. He was going at less than 100%, but to get down the hill, have a little bit more competitiveness to him, facing a couple of hitters visually for him was good. And he's starting to get agitated when he doesn't make his pitches, which means he's closer and closer to being back to form. He's a pretty good perfectionist out there, so if he's doing that during these bullpens, it's a good sign.
What's the next step for him?
A little more aggressive live BP session. He'll be on a normal routine where he'll throw another bullpen in a couple days. We'll need to get him, ramped up and going. He's starting to ease into a few of the PFP stuff, moving around on the field, and just inching forward, trying to put a little bit more intensity into his work.
Is he a little bit ahead of where you thought he would be, or what?
I never have a timetable on him, so I think he's progressing. He hasn't had any setback or any problem. So we've got to nurse him along and just continue to take steps forward. And if that happens, he'll be back when he's ready.
Tanaka, a guy that likes to get guys to chase. How important will discipline be for your hitters?
It's a big part of today's game plan. We've got to find a way to lay off the split in the dirt. The fastball that sprays around the zone. He's not a guy that's pitched particularly deep into games. They've governed his pitch count pretty low. But our discipline in the zone, it doesn't mean go up there and take, because our guys have to be ready to hit if he elevates one or if he gives us a hittable fastball. But pitch selection is going to be key today to beat him.
For Gaddis, when you talk about behind the scenes, he takes fly balls and BP, I'm assuming, but
he does a lot of early work on the road. He's worked extensively in left field, throws, ground balls, fly balls, balls off the bat during batting practice. So he's probably worked as hard as any of our outfielders at getting as many reps as possible during BP. That's not the same as the game, but we hope it adds to his comfort a little bit, and we need to see him out there. And as we get into the summer, we've got a couple more interleague games on the road, one in San Francisco, or one series in San Francisco, one in Arizona. I want to make sure that if he's swinging the bat well, that he's available to be in all of our games if possible.
I know Chris has played in the outfield in the past. Is that an option anymore?
Not really. I like him at first. He's progressed very well at first base. Made a couple good plays last night. He'll be predominantly first base DH.